What we do on this track, a lot of people think is insane.
We risk our lives,
our money,
and our pride.
and our pride.
Racing on the most infamous track in America.
Bowman Gray Stadium.
Bowman Gray Stadium.
Bowman Gray.
Bowman Gray Stadium.
Bowman Gray Stadium.
With each race, enemies are made.
Rules are broken.
And payback is a 700 horsepower bitch.
But if you're not willing to risk it all,
Stay low, stay low, stay low.
I done beat your ass one time. Go on, idiot.
Then you should probably just stay the home.
short track racing is the oldest racing in America. But this ain't no polite straightaway where everybody stays in their own lane.
This is a quarter-mile ring of fire. And if you don't turn every time you're supposed to, there's a good chance you're gonna die.
It's lightning fast,
Dangerous.
and you never know what's gonna happen next.
But we show up here every Saturday night.
To do one thing,
That's to win.
The race,
the points,
And the season championship.
no matter what the cost.
Race fans, are you ready for the Hayes Jewelers 200? Waited all winter long for this moment. Let's meet the starting lineup. Number 1, the 8-time and defending champion, Burt Myers.
My name is Burt Myers, and I'm the current champion here at Bowman Gray Stadium. I've won the season championship here 8 times. Past 2 seasons, I've been the one to beat. Tonight is the first race of the new season, and I plan to win it all over again.
From Tobaccoville, number 83, it's Tim Brown.
My name is Tim Brown. I have 10 season championships to my name. If you're counting, that's 2 more than Burt Myers.
But the past 2 seasons has been tough.
I've lost a lot of races. I've crashed into about everything but the pace car.
But this year, I'm planning on taking the championship back from Burt Myers. His dominance at this racetrack ends tonight.
Number 4, it's Jason Myers.
I'm Jason Myers, Bert's brother. I've won a lot of races at Bowman Gray Stadium, but I've never won the season championship. Bert and Tim better watch it this year, because I'm hungry.
From West Babylon, New York, George Brunholzer III.
I'm George Brunholzer III. People call me GB3. And I'm from New York, so pretty much everybody hates my guts. But that don't bother me. Us New Yorkers don't worry much about getting beat by the South anymore.
From Winston-Salem, welcome back to Bowman Gray Stadium, number 22, Jonathan John Boy Brown.
My name is Jonathan Brown. I grew up just a couple miles from the racetrack. I don't come from a lot of money. I don't come from a family of racers, but knew when I got older that somehow, some way, I was gonna be on that racetrack.
These drivers climbing into the machine, preparing to do battle. Who do you think it's gonna be? Do you think it'll be Tim Brown tonight? What about Burt Myers? Y'all think he's got a shot at it? Gentlemen, start your engines.
Fire it up, buddy. Be ready for anything tonight, guys. You ready? Get ready. Get ready. Ready.
Randy Smith gives the green flag, and we're going racing.
Get on up there, Brown. Right beside you. Come on. Outside ain't no place to be.
83's falling behind. Let's get after it, Georgie.
Come on. Keep coming. Come on. Keep coming. Now what the are they doing? Give me a good run right here.
Hey, sunshine. Hey, you like my damn new haircut, man? It's high and tight. You like that, don't you? Gotta be cool inside the helmet.
We're almost ready.
I am ready. Just almost jumped.
I need to make sure the frame heights are still where we want them.
It is Tuesday, and this thing's got to be right by Friday.
To be a race car driver at Bowman Gray, you've got to love it. Like me and my crew, we go to work during the day to put food on our table for our families.
All right, that's dead money there on the heights.
And as soon as we get off work, we come here to the race shop and work all night.
The bar free?
Barely touching.
But just because I don't make a living racing doesn't mean we're not serious about it. The race cars we build here are the most powerful to run on any racetrack across America. Modifieds.
Modifieds are basically a rocket on a race frame.
We've got a racing chassis with 600 horsepower engine.
Powerful brakes, wide, slick, open tires.
And a cage around the outside called Nerf bars for impact.
So let's roll this piece on and see where our wheel weights are.
Right now, we're getting our modifieds ready for the first race this season. Myself and the guys have worked really hard to get the car serviced over the winter with new parts and bodies and paint and decals and all that. So what we're doing now is setting the car weight on each wheel to balance the race car.
If we run this nut down, it changes the load. It just changes the weight of this tire for me. And we're doing it all the way around the car.
Racing at Bowman Gray, it's really easy to lose a lot of speed through the turns because it's such a short track and the turns are so tight. But if you change the weight distribution of each wheel, the extra weight can help hold the car in place without dropping so much speed.
I run my cars, the frame heights raked left to right, so the right side's a little bit higher, and also run the rear higher than the front. I think it helps the car to turn and give it the drive off the corner that you want.
Yep, I like it. I like it. This race coming up is the Hayes 200. That's my sponsor. I need to win tonight.
So I have a super high stress level this week to do everything we can at the shop here to prepare ourselves to go win this race.
My #1 competitor, Burt Myers, won the Hayes 200 last year, and that really gripes my ass. There's no way I'm letting it happen again.
The biggest race of the year. Got to have our stuff right.
Hard to believe it's time again, ain't it, Dave?
Yeah.
Let's get this tire off. I want to take a look at something. I'm not surprised Tim wants to take me down in the season opener this weekend. I won the Hayes Jewelers 200 last year. I got the trophy right there on the shelf. But it goes deeper than that. Me and Tim have had a lot of run-ins on the Bowman Gray track over the years. There's definitely some animosity between us, so I'm always looking for any edge I can get. This year, I've been playing around with my shocks, just trying to get the car to turn a little better. Just to kind of give you an idea, this is what we call just basically a conventional setup. When you go in the corner, this would compress, let's just say 2 inches, and then come right back up. So some of the stuff that we've been working with is what they call coil binding. And what that means is you run a really, really soft spring. When it coil binds, what that means is this spring will compress enough that these coils will touch. And when they touch, it doubles your load onto that tire. So this is what we started out with. And this is a setup that we'll be testing out this weekend to see if it works. We cover our front shocks because whenever you run that type of setup, when you're coil binding, 1/8 of an inch can mean your car handling perfectly to being out to lunch. And I've worked really hard to get where we are with it, so I don't want to give any secrets away.
From the way some people talk, you would think Tim and my brother were the only 2 drivers at Bowman Gray. But I've got 30 career wins at the stadium driving the #4 car. And this weekend, I want to make it 31. I got parts.
Get the transmission?
Yes.
All right.
So are you going to be out of my way enough so I can get that transmission in?
Yeah, we're just gonna be a minute here.
Okay. Of course, I don't need help keeping my eye on the prize. I got a constant reminder working just a few feet away from me.
Ain't but one car I'm worried about. It's got a 1 on the side. We're in the same shop, and we are brothers, but whenever things happen on the racetrack, it's pretty much 2 separate deals.
Hey, Sunshine.
What are you doing anyway?
Well, I'm wondering what you're doing working late hours.
You just shut up.
This is not as fun as I thought it would be.
I need to get Bert down here to do it for you.
Really?
Well, I'm just saying, Bert would have put it in there and he wouldn't have complained about it.
Bert's the example you want to use about not complaining.
He loved me.
You can tell who his favorite is, can't you, Mike?
He was my first.
My plan is to have the fastest car there this weekend. I want to beat Bert worse than I want to beat anybody else.
We're going racing for 25 laps.
This season, we have 17 weeks of racing at Bowman Gray, and every race is critical. Each week, you're awarded points and money for where you finish. But the driver with the most points at the end of the season, he wins the season championship. That championship is what me and every other guy out here is fighting for.
Everybody's going for the same prize, which is a checkered flag. We're going to do whatever it takes to win. You know, if we got to ruffle some feathers to get there, piss a couple people off, we really don't care.
You do what you got to do. You got to be aggressive.
Coming into a sport and in the atmosphere at Bowman Gray Stadium, you have to have somewhat of a chip on your shoulder when you come in. I don't want to sound arrogant, but I feel like I am the best.
Congratulations, Tim Brown.
Not only do I want to beat them, I want to annihilate them.
Next, it's a battle for the pole.
All right, let's go. Let's get in line. It's a rush.
About to be go
So
time.
I'm just excited to see if we've got any speed.
Then, the first race of the season is finally here.
Work a brake line.
It's hot today, so the track's probably gonna be a little bit slick, so you'll need a little bit tighter setup.
You got a lot of rear brake to it?
Yeah, I do. So this is it, the Bowman Gray season opener. Our longest and toughest race of the season, 200 laps.
That's the left front.
The race is tomorrow night. Today, it's all about qualifying.
For qualifying, each of us runs a time lap as fast as we can around the track. Whoever lays down the fastest lap gets the pole, the #1 position on the inside lane.
That's where you want to be on a short track like Bowman Gray because it keeps you out of the chaos.
For over 70 years, Bowman Gray has been notorious for being one of the most dangerous tracks in the country.
You got cars going up to 90 miles per hour on a track no bigger than a high school football field.
God, I'm friggin' mighty.
Drivers with years of rivalries. And 17,000 fans that are close enough to the track, they can almost touch the cars. It's pure, raw racing. There's nowhere else like it in the world. Check the tire temperature. We need to work on that left front. Our front end package right now is something that we like to kind of keep hidden from everybody, just because we got a lot of effort and resources that we put into that.
Tonight's important. I'll spend a lot of time and money, and the guys have worked really hard this winter. So I'm just excited to see if we've got any speed. If we feel like we're competitive, I'll be happy. If not, then I'll be mad as hell.
Qualifying. Fixing to get started for the Hayes Jewelers 200.
So the way today works, we have a 2-hour window from 5 to 7 to get our cars weight checked and run a qualifying lap.
Ain't nobody qualified yet, have they?
John Boy went, didn't he?
But here's the thing about race car drivers. Just because we want to be first doesn't mean we want to go first. Because the first car out on the track never runs the fastest.
Momentarily, cars will begin to roll onto the racetrack. We appreciate your patience.
They're all stalling. Nobody wants to be first. Yeah, it's a little cat and mouse game right now. What they're trying to do is let the sun goes down. The sun goes down, the track gets cooler, gets faster. So everybody's going to try to wait to the very last minute.
When the track's hot, there's rubber on the track. So your rubber on your tire doesn't want to grip the track, it wants to slide on that rubber. Once it cools down, your tire wants to grip into the pavement and turn better. So later we go to faster. If somebody could qualify tonight at 9 o'clock, they guarantee you they'd be the fastest.
Again, we're waiting.
I ain't believing this. I've never seen this.
15 minutes till and there's 18 cars here.
The thing of it is, if you don't get across the scales tonight, you have to qualify tomorrow, but you won't be in the top 10. Top 10 will be locked in.
There's going to be people that don't get to qualify.
Absolutely.
I'm getting ready to start moving.
You know, somebody's coming.
Who is it?
The 92's coming.
Say, look at him. Like a bunch of old cows going to feeding trough. All right, let's go. Let's get in line. It's a rush.
About to be go time.
Yeah, they're rolling now. We need to get in line. Quickly.
First car rolling onto the racetrack. Number 92,
Swing out.
Brody Jones.
I hold it. Once things started rolling, me and Jason jumped in line pretty quick.
Brody Jones checks in at 13.5.
There's a few cars in front of us, but I think we're going to be okay for the 7 p.m. cutoff.
Up next, Bobby Meesmer Jr.
But there's a whole bunch of drivers behind us that might not be, including the 83.
If you ain't across the scales by 7, you don't go.
It ain't got but 8 minutes.
13.411 for Bobby Meesmer Jr. Currently on the pole.
We're 3 cars in, and it looks like the track is finally speeding up. Last year's Rookie of the Year, the 14 car, is sitting in first place. But he probably shouldn't get too comfortable because he's not going to be there long.
On the track now, number 4, it's Jason Myers.
Feel loose getting in right here. Just stay with it, stay with it, stay with it.
$13.429. Third quick for Jason Myers.
Sucks.
Pathetic, you know what I mean? Like, we ran like the car just wouldn't turn. That's the worst I've qualified over here in I don't know how long.
Did you hear that? Yep. Okay. You know, I still want good things for my brother, but there's still that little sting where you want to beat him. You got to be better. You got to beat him.
All right, bud.
On the track now, the 8-time series champion, a 73-time winner here at Bowman Gray Stadium. It's Burt Myers of Wanted Cove. Trying to beat a 13.411. Off turn number 4. 13.124. Currently on the pole for the Hayes Jewelers 200, Burt Myers of Wanted Cove.
Burt just ran a hell of a lap.
13.124. That's the pole right now.
This new shock setup is definitely working for us. Before there, I just couldn't get in hot enough. The track's still greasy.
Burt won a 1-2. How much time we got,
You got
Tony?
4 minutes. It takes him 3 to weigh one. Taking awful long. Well, does he know what he's doing?
Always cut it close. I didn't think we'd cut it this close.
Dude, we ain't gonna make it.
13.203, second quick for Brandon Ward. Puts him second to Burt Myers so far.
We're rolling on the scales now.
How much time we got?
According to my watch, we're lacking about 30 seconds. Don't panic.
I can only imagine the screaming voice in Tim's head that cannot get him across the scales fast enough because he's running out of time for qualifying.
I think my watch is fast.
All right, Georgia.
Be smooth here, okay? Be smooth.
Up next, from West Babylon, New York, it's George Brunhoser III. On the clock. Can he beat a 13.124? 13.55. He's not going to be too thrilled with that lap.
I got good thrust. It just, I got my wheels turned too much when I want to go to the gas.
We're about almost a half second off, so definitely got some homework to do.
You good? Come on.
We gotta go, we gotta go. It's 7 o'clock. They're not gonna let us go.
So now it's all up to me. If I'm gonna win the pole from the 1 car, I've got to drive my tail off.
Up next, the 10-time Series Modified champion, 84 career wins. From Tobaccoville, number 83, it's Tim Brown. Can he beat Burt Myers? Who will have the pole?
All right, Brown, let's go get it, buddy.
Green flag in the air. On the clock. $13.168, second quick for the Rocket from Tobaccoville. Tim Brown falls just shy of beating Burt Myers.
We've killed it. Well, whatever the you done to the tires just killed it.
in the front tires through 1 and 2. It wasn't worth a
Tim second quick. He didn't beat Bert. Bert's on the pole.
We're on the scales. We told him in the driver's meeting you have to be off the scales, ready to qualify at 7.
Well,
At 7, he wasn't off.
the official's fault that he went off.
We can't
help he takes forever to read a scale.
I can't help. We've had 2 hours to qualify from 5 to 7.
I rode off the scales at 7 o'clock. I should have been allowed to qualify. I should have been the last car on the racetrack. But they cut me off and didn't let me qualify.
You've had 2 hours. It's over with.
So this really sucks. Even though me and the rest of the cars get to qualify tomorrow before the race, the top 10's already locked in, so we're not going to be starting anywhere near the front.
Well, hell, that helped me out as my lap was. I'll be in the top 10 now.
Time has expired. That concludes qualifying here tonight. Qualifying is over. Burt Myers is your pole winner for the Hayes Jewelers 200. Tim Brown sitting in second. Jason Myers 6th. George Brunhauser the third, 8th.
Qualifying's complete, and we're on the pole, which means we start first on the inside. Tim Brown is second, which means he'll start front row outside. So for 20 years now, me and Tim have been each other's main competition, so it's no surprise to me.
You know, we got beat. I don't know what else to say. I'm never happy when I get beat, and I damn sure ain't happy that the one car beat me for the Hayes Jewelers 200 for the pole.
Race fans, are you ready for the Hayes Jewelers 200?
Go Bert! My favorite driver is Burt Myers. Burt would just knock you out of the way in a heartbeat just to win a race. The best driver that I think that's here will be John Boy Brown.
Tim Brown, baby, Tim Brown. Whoever wrecks anybody.
Tonight's the night we've been waiting for. It's the first race of the season at Bowman Gray Stadium, and we're all ready to get after it.
Zero tolerance to alcohol in the pits, as it has been in the past. If you have alcohol in the pits, we're going to ask you to leave. No questions, no ifs, ands, and buts. Social media is being monitored, so be careful what you put on there, because if you threaten somebody and it happens, we're looking at that. Let's have a safe year. Thank you, gentlemen.
We're going to win. 4 cars to the front. I'm going to give it 150,000% whether we lose or not. It ain't going to be from lack of trying.
Tonight's winner gets $3 grand in cash and 50 points towards the year-end championship. Every place after that gets a little less money and a little less points.
Today defines us. This race right here defines us as a race team. We can kick our ass this year. All right?
Let's meet the starting lineup for the Hayes Jewelers 200.
When you walk into Bowman Gray Stadium, you feel like a gladiator going into the Coliseum. There's nothing like it in the world.
You got people that love you, people that hate you.
The only thing I haven't won over here is a championship in a modified and the Hayes Jewelers 200. And I plan on scratching both those off my list this year.
I've had lots of run-ins with the Myers, but this year, if they get my way, I'm gonna show them I'm not gonna take any I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win the championship.
It's the first race of the year. It sets the stage for who's gonna be the man to beat this year.
Give them hell. Good luck.
These drivers climbing into the machine, preparing to do battle for 200 laps. And now, the 4 most famous words in motorsports. Drivers, start your engine.
All right, Mr. Pace Car, let's ease them off. Roll them off, spotters.
Once we start our warm-up, all our spotters get into place.
Copy, Nelson. Got you loud and clear.
Things happen fast on the track, so our spotters are an extra set of eyes.
Georgie, I'm gonna try to get you down as soon as I can. If I say clear low, I want you to get down as soon as I say clear, buddy. Absolutely. We're gonna give you 2 more laps to go at the line.
So right now, all I'm thinking about is how I'm gonna win the race. And to do that, I've got to get on the inside.
All right, Big Brown, I'm gonna leave it to you, man. You know what we got to do here. Take care of it. Good luck. Let's go get this thing.
10-4, I got you.
Signal from starter Randy Smith. Pace car into the infield.
Andy, you there? Yeah, sir. They're going to get crazy up on this start. Be ready for anything tonight, guys.
Randy Smith has the green flag in hand.
You ready?
Get ready.
Be ready.
Get ready.
Ready. Going.
Burt Myers and Tim Brown lead them through turn number 3 and 4. Randy Smith gives the green flag, and we're going racing. This time up.
Get on up there, Brown. Right beside. Come on. Still there. 104 is right with him.
The 83 car's trying to get around me, but I'm keeping him on the outside.
Clear.
There you go, Bert. 83's behind you.
I'm right where I want to be, out front. Now, I just need to stay here.
All right, Brown. 104 is right there at the door. Right there at the door. 14 is right with him. Nowhere to go. Outside, place to be.
So this is the problem for being on the outside. You can get hung out, and the cars on the inside can just start passing you. If I start the race in second, and I fall back to fourth behind the 14 car.
83's falling behind. Let's get after it, Georgie.
Stupid. Watch out for the clowns. It's a damn circus, that's for sure.
I hate drivers that are too aggressive. There's a time to be aggressive and there's a time not to. This is a 200-lap marathon, and Georgie's driving it like it's a 25-lap dash.
Now's when you got to be a real bulldog.
Yeah, 10-4.
Yes.
Okay, Brown, you got 79 coming up.
Passing champions like Tim Brown doesn't intimidate me, just makes me want it that much more.
Clear, bottom, clear. Get down for 83. Got a long race here, Brown. Be smart.
I'm up in front, and Tim's back in 5th, but things are really heating up between us. The 79's all up on the back bumper of the 14 car.
25 laps on the board. Man, what the f are they doing? Caution, back it down. Low car in the front stretch.
53 broke, guys. 53 broke.
Next thing you know, a caution stops us down. Some car in the back crapped out right in the middle of the track.
Now, we're gonna have a restart, and that can be a game changer.
Next.
Tim Brown, he goes to the outside.
We'll see how this thing pans out. All right, green.
Trouble for John Smith. Brings out the caution.
So we're on lap 58 of 200. I have the lead, and there's a car on the track that broke down for some reason. So now the track's under caution. All of us have to follow behind the pace car and get ready for a double file or cone restart for the race. And this can really shake things up.
Restart cone makes its first appearance.
Here's the deal. At the beginning of the race, our positions are set from qualifying. The fastest car gets the pole on the inside lane. Everyone else's positions is set by their times. But when there's a cone restart, we get to choose whether we want to go on the inside or the outside. A lot of drivers will go to the left, even if there's a spot on the right that's closer to the lead, because the inside is the preferred lane here. But it's a gamble, because it can give a driver behind you the opportunity to move up if he's willing to risk the outside.
Randy Smith gives the signal.
All right, Brown, we're in 5th. The 79's been a little slower, a little off. Be smart, don't get behind him. Make some good moves, get to the front. Let's go, buddy. 10-4, I got you. Georgie, we are P4.
You're doing a great job. Just keep it up, bud.
Front row is even. You see the third place car, you do your choice, buddy.
So I'm sitting in 4th. If I want to keep my position, I got to go to the outside of the cone.
But at Bowman Gray, it's way faster to be on the inside, so it's a tough decision to make.
George Brunholzl III will stay to the inside.
All right, Brown, 79 went inside. You know where you got to go now.
Tim Brown, he goes to the outside.
The 79 car took the cone and he chose the inside. So that opens up the outside for me, so now that puts me ahead of him. And there's a chance there that we'll get hung out again, but I'm willing to make any move that I can to gain some spots.
Hey, you put yourself in a good position right there, 83. We'll see how this thing pans out.
64 laps will go on the board. Burt Myers leads them off turn number 4.
All right, green.
We're back to racing, this time by.
With the restart, I get back into a better position.
Give me a good run right here.
I just need to settle in and hold it.
Trouble, turn 4. Tim Brown, Jason Myers. Several machines pile them up.
You all right, number 4?
Fine. Busted something, brake pedals in the floorboard.
What the hell happened?
79 run all over during 83 and turned him sideways.
Idiot! Jim, you all right, buddy?
No, I'm not all right. Just broke both my fucking hands.
I got knocked into the wall and my hands got caught up in the wheel.
I know for sure it's broke both of my thumbs.
Are you able to drive safely the way your hands are?
I don't know. I'm in a lot of pain.
I know you got to be hurting in there.
You're going to have to make the call. We can't.
Let's go right back out. Let's take it home. Oh, it's not bad.
Gary! Find a fitting to go in the brake caliper and broke the brake line off. I want to get this thing fixed.
That crash tore the brake line right out of my car, so I can't even drive it. I've got to get it into the pits to see if I can even get it fixed.
Broke the brake line. The brake line went to the floor.
Trying to figure the brake line out. Just get the toe straight. The left front, I think, is the one that's bent.
There's a caution now, but the cars are still gaining laps on the track.
Get out of the way, please.
The longer I'm in the pits, the more laps I'm losing.
Take the hood off. Take the hood off.
I might not be able to win this race, but if I can get back out there, I can earn points toward the season championship.
Guys, come on now.
It's ultimately won or lost by a few points either way, so I never say quit if my car can still drive.
I mean, I'm gonna be 20 laps down, but it's better than nothing.
The restart cone is in place. We know what Burt Myers is going to do. Obviously, he's the leader. Brandon Moore will go to the outside.
How far back are we?
We're running at the end.
I'm way far behind from where I was, but I'm watching all the cars ahead of me, and they're all going to the inside.
George Brunholzl III. Jonathan Brown will also take the cone. What will Tim Brown do? And Tim Brown goes to the outside. Move him up to row number 3.
Oh, yeah, we gained a lot. We gained a lot. We're in 6th now.
Hell yeah.
You ready? Green.
We're going back racing. 70 laps on the board.
Somebody get on the radio and tell Brant we're getting ready to come back out.
Keep. Oh, Lord, 3 wide. Oh, not now. God almighty.
Motherfuckers tore out of hell already.
14's a big damn idiot. Did you copy that? It's a dang idiot.
At this point in the race, it's just crazy.
3 wide, stay out there. Wheel to wheel. Got him. Good job.
I'm gonna have to drive my tail off to get by the squirrels and catch the leaders.
Bobby Meismer Jr. goes for a ride in the spin cycle.
F***ing idiot.
Okay, Brown, 14's out of the way. Close the gap. Show us what you're made of here, son. Go get him.
Burt Myers being challenged by Brandon Ward.
Crap, man. I've been holding off the 104 car since the beginning of the race. Go, Bert! We got a lot of racing to go, but the drivers behind me are already getting desperate.
Be smooth as you can here. You fight.
Right behind you. Oh, right behind you. Come on, Jonathan Brown and Chris Fleming. Hard contact with the barrel in turn number 3.
Coming up the back stretch, he just turned right, drove me into the wall, ripped the whole right front off, bent the rear end, just destroyed my car and took me out of the race. It started my season out pretty bad.
I'm pulling away a little bit at a time, and I'm thinking to myself, if I can hold off that 104 car, this race will be mine. But then, I see the 83 car making a move up behind me.
Come on, stay with it, stay with it. Attaboy. Stay with the 1 there, Brown. Go, 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 go. Run that rabbit.
Hell yeah. Going after the win. What do you think, Georgie?
On pit road. Put rears on.
Get ready.
Get ready. Pull that rubber out of the right rear if you got time. Let's go.
Pace car's entering 1. He's in the middle of 1 and 2. Now he's speeding the f*** up. Look right here, guys. This is
A couple loads. Let's go. Go, 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 go.
There you go, guys. Way to do it.
Good job, guys.
How you doing, Brown? I know you got to be hurting in there.
We'll have to go to the hospital after this race.
So we're coming close to the end of the season opener 200. I'm running third. My hands are killing me from the wreck earlier in the race, but I'm catching the 1 car for the win, and I'm determined to win this race.
Let's go, 83. Go get him right here.
83 coming outside.
All right. I'm holding on to the lead, but the 04 and the 83 are right there. This race is coming down to a 3-car fight.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Watch the 79 behind you.
There you go, outside clear. Oh, almighty.
Caution's out, caution's out.
George Bronhauser III goes for a spin.
79 to the rear, 79 to the rear.
So I've got the 1 car in my sight. I'm gaining on him, and the 79 car spins out again. He didn't hit my car this time, but he might as well have, because it killed my momentum.
Dang, we is right there, son. We is right there.
And we were so close to the finish line, we actually crossed the 200 lap mark under the yellow flag. And that means we're only going to get 2 more laps to settle this.
So there's no cone now, and we have to start single file.
We're getting ready to settle it.
Brown, go get him now. Hit hard, go hard.
White flag in the air. 1 more lap.
Coming, here we come, come on. Hustle, 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 hustle. You're right behind you.
Yeah, right there, Brown.
Burt Myers of Walnut Cove wins the Hayes Jewelers 200.
Order, guys. Good job.
The first time in 2018, the 74th time in his Bowman Gray Stadium career. Here he is, Burt Myers, Hayes Jewelers 200. Burt, not only did you win the Hayes Jewelers 200, you dominated.
I had to work my butt off, man. I'll tell you. The track got slick, got greasy. Everybody was hanging on.
That went good. It was definitely a learning experience. I ran into people, people ran into me.
It sucks. It sucks. I tore up $1,000 worth on my race car. I lost. We work our ass off to get this thing good in the race, and then got in a wreck. Everybody's trying to go, 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 go. Some people are trying to go, 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 go a little harder than they should on lap 20. But that's part of it. He's got a lot to learn.
With the first race of the season, the 200 lapper, it was almost a perfect weekend for us. To be able to sit on the pole, lead every lap. Thank you, thank you. Like I said, it was just it was a dream weekend really for us.
Burt Myers picks up the checkered flag. What does this do for your season?
What you need, Brown? Let me carry you in there.
I know it's too early to start talking about points, but it's a good way to start the 2018 season.
We don't quit. We don't quit. So hopefully there's more of this to come.
Burt Myers wins the Hayes Jewelers 200.
You know, it sucks that Burt wins the 200 again. You know, anybody but me, you know what I mean? But it just sucks to start the season off like this. Cars tore all to hell, so be a long week.
So after our first race of the season, the run for the championship is on. So right now, Burt's in the lead with 50 points. Tim's pissed off because he's 4 behind with 46. And the rest of us, we're just dragging behind. But all that can change.
I wanted to beat him so bad you can't imagine.
Is that how you want it? Is that how you want to race?
Because we've got 16 more weeks of racing.
There will be no nice guys.
Now what?
Just got real now. And this is Bowman Gray.
You're never safe.